comfortably cruising, or fearlessly racing through the bends. The new Harley-Davidson Sport Glide makes both possible. The iconic US motorcycle brand positions it quite daringly as its fastest cruiser ever. Our test drives in Tenerife will tell us more. Since 1903, Harley's V2 motors have been roaring the sound of freedom and adventure. In the 1970s, Willie G. Davidson spawned a minor revolution with the Softail, the classic hardtail look, but with hidden rear suspension for comfort. Today, the US cult brand is bringing 9 fresh new Softails to the market. Their heart is the new Milwaukee 8 engine with 107 cubic inch capacity. It is much more powerful and vibrates less than any Harley V2 known before. After 8 Softail variants, Sport Glide here to combine nostalgia and innovation.
Yeah, I think one of the styling's biggest challenges and tasks is always how do we bring the icon features of Harley-Davidson and nostalgia into a more modern era and kind of modernity or modernizing these motorcycles. They did a tremendous job, bringing some new cues in that make it a more modern contemporary vehicle, but also, paying homage to some of the key things like the center console, for example, that really tie back to the heritage and DNA of the brand.
Thick exhaust pipes, chrome all around, the Sport Glide is a Harley through and through. With a 107 cubic inch or 1,750 cc engine, both the materials and workmanship are of the highest quality. A refined upside-down fork leads into the dynamic Mantis alloy wheels and 18-inch front tires. The Sport Glide is very versatile.
Yeah, I think the beauty of this bike is actually the broad appeal that it has. For customers who are looking to back off from a touring bike, but still have some touring capabilities. For those who are interested in cruising, but also want that versatility or the ability to go longer distances and some of the comfort that's required for those types of rides. And I think for our younger adults, this bike really plays well for a good platform to build off of. The whole club scene is blowing up right now, and this bike with the inverted front forks and the storage with the saddlebags is a great platform for those guys to begin with.
At first glance, the new Sport Glide is a classic touring bike. LED daytime running lights shape the modern front. The 18.9-liter tank enables long trips before you have to tank up again. 62 kilowatts sound modest, but 145 Newton meters is enormous torque, even at low speeds. Just the thing for a gear shift. On the winding roads ascending Spain's highest mountain, Teide or Tenerife, we tested whether the Americans made good on their word and produced a Harley for the slopes. And indeed, the Sport Glide new Softail model turns on more of a slant than one would expect from a big Harley, and the engine noise is on point as you hit the bends. But the scratching of the footrest is surprisingly late. Of course, this Harley is no sports bike, but it is definitely as versatile as promised.
Necessity is the mother of invention, and competition fuels invention from Harley-Davidson. There's Indian breathing down their neck. That's why we are now getting more and more upgrades. Among 2 series, Softail and Dyna, one has 8 models, and there's a brand new Harley-Davidson Sport Glide. She's supposed to be an all-rounder, and indeed she is. On the one hand, you can remove the dainty batwing cladding and the top boxes in no time, and thus quite easily transform a touring bike into a roadster. Of course, 18,000 euros does not sound like a real bargain, but 4-year guarantee is a nice compensation for this. And so I have to say, overall this is a very successful mix of an all-rounder, a Harley-Davidson for whatever you might be up to, from cruising to controlled bends.
You buy a Harley, which could become a cruiser for a big trip or a roadster for a short jaunt. And in both cases, the V2 sounds just the way a Harley has to.